in the chaos of battle, they are systematically dismantling the fortress piece by piece. One leak becomes a flood. The last gun falls silent. The fortress is now defenseless. The first wave of defense, a symphony of programmed fury. A desperate, defiant roar against the coming tide. The weapon is no longer the swarm. A spear forged from 1,000 bodies aimed at the heart. And in the end, silence. Every sunset in the desert is a promise of peace, but some promises are made to be broken. Confidence, the comforting illusion that all variables are under control. Experience, however, teaches a different lesson. It teaches you to listen to the silence. Youth sees a perfect system. Age sees the single crack it takes for the whole thing to fall apart. The Guardian sleeps, unaware of the storm gathering on the horizon. The first drop of rain before the hurricane, so small, you could almost miss it. In the world of modern warfare, the first question is never, what is it? But what is it pretending to be? A ghost in the machine. A signal with no source. The first move in a game played in the shadows. But the most dangerous enemy is the one you can't see. The one that makes you doubt what you know. The base shows its hand, a routine defensive measure. But the enemy isn't playing by the old rules. The pawns are moved, the board is set. The automatic systems respond just as predicted. The real attack never comes from where you're looking. It comes from where you believe you are safe. This is the moment when protocol fails and instinct takes over. The moment the game becomes real. The feint is over. The true face of the storm reveals itself. When the numbers on the screen defy comprehension, you know you are no longer in a battle. You are in a reckoning. The first wave of defense, a symphony of programmed fury. A beautiful, deadly dance of light and fire. But this isn't an attack, it's a mathematical equation. And the fortress is on the losing side. A moment of relief, a breath taken too soon. The highest alert is not for an enemy you can fight, but for an enemy you can't even count. This is not an army. This is an avalanche, a force of nature wearing a uniform of steel. The human mind is not built to process infinity. In the face of overwhelming odds, there are only two choices: despair or cold, hard resolve. The command is given, the fortress awakens. A desperate, defiant roar against the coming tide. For a moment, it looks like a fair fight, a beautiful, deadly lie. But the tide does not care about the wall. It only cares about breaking it. The trump card is played. The god of thunder is unleashed. The system charges, drinking energy, preparing to rewrite the sky. A single stroke of light rewriting the laws of physics. For a glorious second, technology triumphs over numbers. Hope, a flicker of light in an ocean of darkness. But the avalanche has no center, it has no weakness, it simply is. The machine fires again, a testament to its power. But every god has its limits, every battery has its end. The machine screams in protest, pushed beyond its breaking point. The smaller systems do their part, a valiant but futile effort. The first crack in the armor, the first sign that the wall is about to crumble. And the swarm, with its cold logic, exploits it instantly. One leak becomes a flood. The outer defenses begin to fall. It's a chain reaction. Each fallen piece makes the next one weaker. The fortress is losing its senses, its eyes and ears picked off one by one. The realization dawns. They aren't just fighting a swarm, they are fighting a strategy.
Fire.
The final command, a desperate gamble with a machine that has nothing left to give. The last whisper of the Thunder God before it falls silent. The moment the Guardian falls, the wolves descend. The great weapon is silenced. The heart of the defense has stopped beating. Now there is no strategy. There is only survival. They are systematically dismantling the fortress piece by piece. The ground itself becomes a target, erasing any hope of escape. Fire joins the symphony of chaos. The fortress is no longer a shield, it's becoming a cage. From the swarm's perspective, this is not chaos. This is precision. The weapons are empty. The tools of defiance are now just monuments of steel. The human element tries to fight back, a ghost against a machine. A reminder that they are not safe. They are the primary target. Instinct, the primal urge to protect. The last gun falls silent. The fortress is now defenseless. The swarm pauses. The relentless assault stops.
They're regrouping.
This is not a retreat. This is a regrouping for the final act. They are forming something new, something terrible. A thousand minds with a single horrifying thought. The weapon is no longer the swarm. The swarm has become the weapon. In the face of the inevitable, a silent understanding passes between them. There is no more fear, only acceptance. The final judgment is about to be delivered. A spear forged from 1,000 bodies aimed at the heart. The sound of the end approaching. A moment of peace before the final impact. A hand clinging to reality, one last time. From a distance, it is just a tiny, insignificant event in a vast desert. Not a fiery end, but a clean, cold erasure. A wave of pure energy, rewriting the landscape. For a single frame, there is only light. And then nothing. The storm has passed. The sound of the fortress's heart giving its final shuddering beat. One structure falls, triggering another, a domino effect of ruin. The ground itself bears the scar of the encounter. The sky is empty. The swarm has vanished as if it were never there. Their purpose fulfilled, they simply cease to exist. All that power, all that fury, reduced to silent, smoking metal. The aftermath of a war fought by ghosts and machines. The final, silent scream of the base, a release of all its contained energy. The shockwave, a final, physical echo of the chaos. The sun rises, indifferent. It has seen empires fall before. The fallen god, its power spent, its purpose ended. The battlefield littered with the confetti of a technological war. A grave, not for bodies, but for an idea. The idea of an impenetrable defense. A single piece of paper, a human artifact in a world of cold calculus. The desert always wins. It simply waits for our creations to fall silent. The last spark of the swarm's life fades away. A new day begins over a silent steel graveyard. The story is over. The scar remains.